I was bored to tears with this movie, which... Hello everybody, it is Ian Lives. Welcome back to another YouTube video, another movie review, another episode of Hollow Binge. I just finished watching a 2011 found footage movie that was mentioned to me a couple times. I never have been told that it was great, but I've been told that it's a pretty good found footage movie. It eventually got a sequel. I'm talking about The Houses that October built. All I knew about this movie is that it was found footage. That's literally all I knew getting into it. I'm a huge found footage guy. I love found footage movies. I tend to get a lot of fun and enjoyment out of them, probably because they're more realistic. Also, one of the few horror movies that actually scare me are found footage. Movies like Hell House LLC and The Blair Witch Project are some of the only movies that have generally freaked me the hell out. So, I consider myself a huge found footage mark. But today, we're going to be talking about The Houses that October built. Starting off with the basic plot. You follow this group of characters that are in this like little camper RV, and they're going around. They're filming themselves going to these haunted house attractions in different areas. They're going to the haunted houses to actually explore them and go through the attractions while doing the video. And obviously it's found footage, so we're watching the video that they were recording the whole time. And while they're doing that, they're actually stepping aside after the attraction is over, and they're interviewing the people that are involved with the attraction, the haunters. And they interview them. They talk about what they do outside of this, like when October's over, and they're interviewing and everything. And they hear about this attraction called the Blue Skeleton, which gets them really interested because there's rumors around it that they use real dead bodies and real human blood and all this. So eventually they do research and they track down how to actually get to this Blue Skeleton place, and that's when some weird shit starts happening. Starting off with my pros, this movie starts off really strong. I was really engaged and interested in the style and how fun it was starting to seem toward the beginning of the movie. This group of characters, you know, they're fun, they crack good jokes, they have good humor, they have a good dynamic, and they seem like really fun characters to spend the whole movie with. You start off with this like mockumentary portion of this guy who plays a witch character, which seems like a real documentary. It was really well made. So I was pretty excited going into the movie just based off of the presentation opening. I would say like the first 15 minutes. You're following this girl named, I think her name's Brandy, and she's going through these haunted houses, like screaming, having fun and everything, and I was like, wow, this is going to be really good. Some horrifying stuff is going to happen. I'm really excited for this. Another thing I really enjoyed was, again, how authentic and how real it felt. It really did feel like a documentary. It felt like something that somebody recorded, which, believe it or not, is hard to actually succeed with in found footage. A lot of times people overdo the gimmick. They overdo the documentary feel to where it feels fakey. This movie actually nailed it pretty well. And again, the actors actually did a good job for the most part. And those are all my pros, unfortunately. This is going to be probably a shorter review because there's not much to talk about. My first con is that this... I only really have one huge con that basically ruins the whole movie. And that is that there's no freaking horror. There is no horror in this movie whatsoever. It is an hour and 35 minutes, I think, and I want to say an hour and 30 minutes of the movie is the mockumentary, is the people going through these haunted house attractions and getting scared. It's no setup, it's no horror, it's no gore, it's just these characters going to haunted houses, which is not entertaining, it's not fun, it got old very quick. I was like, okay, when's it gonna start rolling? And it never did until the final moments of the movie. It lost my interest. I was pretty disengaged, and it really bummed me out. Because again, the beginning of this movie was pretty damn promising. I was expecting a good found footage movie from it, and it just dwindled way down from there. And even like the final 5 minutes are just the characters walking around in pitch black. Can't see anything but a couple glow sticks, and they're walking around screaming other characters' names for 4 minutes until somebody gets punched. And it's just very, very, very bland and boring. I was bored to tears with this movie, which is unfortunate. It's like, I understand that most found footage movies are slow burns. I want to take into account, I forgot the name of the movie. I'll have to put the name on the screen. It was the found footage movie about Bigfoot, where this couple goes to these woods to try to find Bigfoot. That movie was definitely a slow burn, and in the same sense as the houses that October built, it was about 50 minutes of setup, 20 to 30 minutes of actual payoff. So you get a pretty good build up, and that it's a very slow burn. There's a lot of slow scenes. There's a lot of scenes that people would say drag on, even though I absolutely love that movie. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. I know it's something Creek. Something Creek. Anyways, that movie did the slow burn, payoff, build up, found footage thing really well. Even movies like Hell House are kind of slower paced. Blair Witch Project is literally built up until the final moments. This movie is so, it doesn't work because it's just boring. It's just uninteresting garbage. It's not like people walking around in woods where you're expecting something to creepy to happen around every corner. No, it's people in haunted houses interviewing people. It's so freaking boring. Like, why am I gonna watch this when I could just watch a documentary on TV? It's to that extent. Literally, cut the final 5 minutes out of this movie and you have a documentary. I don't want that. I want a horror movie. I had the same problem. Why can't I think of the names? There was this found footage mockumentary horror movie that everybody was raving about. Everybody was recommending it to me. I don't know why I can't think of the name. It was about a girl that got kidnapped and murdered or something like that, and this family like sensed her and thought that her ghost was in their house, so they called this footage company to document it. And I didn't like that movie. I thought it was decent, only because I didn't like the mockumentary aspect. It didn't really work for me because they focused too hard on it. There was some good horror moments, there were some good creepy shots, but they were more boring moments than fulfilling moments. Maybe I don't like the whole mockumentary style. Maybe I just like classic found footage. Even something like the Poughkeepsie tapes, which again is just decent in my opinion, mix the mockumentary and found footage really well, because honestly I think because the found footage moments of that movie are truly disturbing. But the houses that October built really missed the mark for me. I was bored to tears. I was yawning. I just was waiting for it to either progress or for the credits to roll. And it was just a huge disappointment. I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. I really did not like this thing. Which, again, bums me out because it's found footage. I always root for found footage because, again, they usually freak me out. They're usually unique enough. And they usually work for me. So yeah, I did not care for the houses that October built. If you guys have seen this movie, let me know down in the comments below if you liked it or if you don't like it. Let me know if you disagree with me. I really did not like this thing at all. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on that bell. Follow my Instagram at @ianlives_, and follow my Letterboxd at wehateian. I absolutely love you guys. Peace.